So an exciting day for us. We've had a new delivery. This is a Zirkon Flex Tenttipi. This is actually going to be our new show shelter this year, so a bit of an experiment. So obviously we haven't opened it yet. This is brand new as it came, so we're going to open it up. We're going to see if we can figure out how to put it up. So yeah, thought it'd be fun for you to watch along and see what we think of it. So yeah, watch this space and hopefully it will go up without any hitches. So obviously to open up your new tent, you've got to have a nice sharp knife. So we've got the little Nomad. Open up the box, make sure you don't cut your tent. And there we go. We've got a big old bag of goodies. So what we got inside? It's a big tent. We're not going to be carrying this on our backs up haystacks. But there's the tent. A little bit of literature on how to actually put it up. We have got another Tenttipi. We've got the 9-man, which we've used for probably over 12 years probably. So I should imagine it's much the same. Obviously this is just a lot larger. So yeah, we'll have a little scan through the instructions and hopefully, boom, it's just going to go up in a flash. Okay, so we got it up. First silly mistake is we only put the same amount of pegs in that we put in for our 9-man. So this has got double, so this should have had 16 pegs in, but we only put in 8. But anyway, we'll learn about that. The ground is very soft as well, so hopefully the pegs will stay in. They come with some really good robust pegs these times, rather than the little aluminium triangular ones that came with the other tent. And obviously these are great as well, because these are actually metal clips again. Our old one had plastic clips and they failed in the UV, so these are actually look like coated aluminium now, so that's really good, really easy to tension as well. So first impressions, it's massive. So yeah, let's go inside. I think Lois is already in there, so yeah, we'll step inside for the first time. Wow!
Welcome.
What do you reckon then, Lois?
Super cool, it's massive, it's fantastic.
So obviously this is still a big tent you can use for camping, but the great thing about the Zirkon Flex is that these sides will actually pop up, so we haven't figured out how to do that yet, but get extra poles so that you can actually make this sit up, like they call it, a sort of witch's hat, I think. But so far it's looking lovely, sun shining through. And an internal built-in mozzie net as well by the look of it. So we've left it open because hopefully we're going to put the stove through that hole that we've left open at the top as well. And a very chunky pole. So yeah, we'll continue the work. Well, I'll just stand back and just let Lois do all the work. That's the story of my life. Yeah, so very cool. Obviously it's got the same tie lines on the other tent as well, so you've got these adjusters so you can actually lift the flap even when you're still laying in bed. So yeah, let's carry on the work. Okay, so here's the extra poles and pegs and a whole bag of tie lines as well in there. So this is for turning it into that witch's hat that I told you about. So at the moment we're just going to leave it as our standard teepee arrangement. I've got some friends coming around this evening, so we'll hopefully have a few drinks and light the stove. So yeah, we'll leave it like this. So got to put some guy lines up, a little bit more to do, but at the moment I'm just talking and Lois is doing all the work, so I better get to it. So obviously new tent, we've had a stove in our old tent for well, as long as we've had it, 12 years or more. Unfortunately, that stove is no longer available, so we've had to upgrade a stove as well. So this is our new stove. I'm a bit excited. I think Lois is more excited about the amount of bubble wrap that's around the outside of it. But this is going to be the new stove for the big teepee. So we'll open this bad boy up, see what we've got inside. The other advantage of this new stove is it actually comes in its own storage box. We used to have a modified old kit bag for our old stove, and it used to be a bit awkward and a bit dusty and stuff, so quite excited to see what this looks like in this little custom made wooden box. I feel like Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant, you know. Like, oh, very cool. So look at this bad boy. Like I say, Lois is going to want all this bubble wrap. Still weighs a fair bit, but obviously this is the Tenttipi official one. This is the actual stainless steel one, which will last a lot longer as well. So you can use this as your little bench, your little table. Oh, has this got a little bit bent on the way here by the look of it? Let's see if I can bend this over. That's couriers for you. There you go, open that bad boy up. So, yet more instructions, yet more bubble wrap. The great thing about this stove, when I looked at it in the shop, is that you haven't got separate legs. They're all sort of built in, so it should just fold out like so, I presume. Let's see how this bad boy works. There's got to be an easy way to do it. There you go. I haven't even read the instructions, and we're figuring it out. So all the chimneys inside. So this one's great because it's actually flat, so you can cook on it as well. Our old one was a vertical one, so this should be a better construction for us. So open it up, and yeah, we've got all the chimney, lots more packing in there. Let's get that out. So telescopic chimney that will all slot together, and we'll install it in the stove. So yeah, let's see how it goes together. Okay, the stove's together. Bit of a different construction to our old stove. The chimney seems a lot more robust. The other one had funny little tabs on it and pins that actually came off through use, so this is actually slides in and it's got this little locking pin, which seems a much sort of more solid construction really. The major difference is the actual ring that protects the tent from touching the actual chimney, so that's much more sort of easy to adjust. It's got like a little chain and things, so you can actually adjust it so that it's just right. So I think we ended up having to get one extra length of chimney so that it would fit in this particular model tent, but so far it's looking pretty good and much more sturdy, obviously, because this is locked within this actual stove here. Our old one used to flop all over the place. So yeah, so far so good. I'll take you outside and just show you. So yeah, it sticks out a good way, and obviously you can see all that a bit more around the actual chimney if it was raining, but so far blue skies. So we got her up. Lots of guy lines on this one, obviously because it's such a big tent, so we were just figuring those out. Does come with lots of pegs as well, which is really good, and real beefy ones as well. So anyway, we'll have a little tweak around with it. Still finding our feet. Obviously this is the first time we put it up, so there's a friend of ours, Woodsman708 on Instagram. He normally uses a protractor to put up his TP, so ours isn't his standard yet, but heck, we're still learning. There's the L plate is just on the back side of the TP. But yeah, sun's setting, temperature's dropping, so we're going to fire up the stove later on, and hopefully you'll see it glowing. Not on fire, but glowing because it's nice and toasty. Anyway, very much fun. So we got the stove going for the very first time. It's a little bit smoky at the moment because I think there's oil on the flue from obviously manufacture, but it's drawing really well. So much easier to open the door on this stove as well. So we've got the chili on the top, so it's all coming to life. So pretty cool stove. Well, hot. So let's see what's in the teepee. Ah. Lois is laying the table. Hung up some lanterns. Don't worry, they're electric, they're not paraffin, so we're not going to set fire to the place. We've got the stove on, got the chili bubbling. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, cooking good. Some chairs and some sheepskins for later. But yeah, pretty cool, big space. We've never been able to get a banquet table in here before, so what do you think of it so far, Lois?
Fantastic. It's lovely and warm. Take my coat off, I think.
It's really frosty outside, so it's a good test that you could basically be sat in here in a t-shirt and shorts and ice on the ground outside. Yeah. Fantastic. So just waiting for the guests to arrive. So it's now sundown, frost on the ground, very first fire going in there, so it's starting to glow. Perfect.